Well, we partied without you, Easton. If you're watching this recording, you can see Christopher still partying. We're celebrating that we're done with the grammar book. It feels good. So, I mean, I know you love grammar, and I know maybe secretly you're just shedding a little tear. No tearing your book apart. I
It
mean,
was already tore apart, so
okay. Don't throw away your book, by the way. Just so you know, your mom or your dad or whoever's doing your homeschooling probably wants the book, so don't throw it away. Give it to them. They'll figure out what to do with it. Okay.
I'll pay the referee to let me do it.
Wait, huh? What do you mean?
We were talking about sports, so I just
Yeah?
mixed the two together and said I'd pay the referee so that I could do it.
Okay, Tyler. You can live in your little hockey world. Okay, so what are we gonna do? We're gonna talk about the checklist. That sounds exciting. We love checklists, right? I see that, Liana. Go ahead and get your stuff out from your front pocket of your binder for venomous beasts. Um, and I just want to go over this checklist because a couple people forgot to use the checklist, and we have a new-ish item on there that I want to talk to you about. We have all the dress ups. We've had those for a while now, so you guys are used to that. But the sentence openers has an extra one here, and I think you guys know what a VSS is, right? Who can tell me what a VSS is? Caden.
A very short sentence.
Very short sentence. And who knows how, okay, go ahead, Caden. How many words is that?
Oh, well, I had a question because I wasn't here last time.
Yeah.
What were you doing last time?
You didn't watch the video that I recorded especially for you, Caden? No?
No,
I do the recording for you, you know. We'll talk about that in a second. I'll tell you what we
I
did.
had a lot of math homework to do.
Oh, okay. It's okay, Caden. We still love you. It's okay. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna have some time to catch up because we're done with grammar. That was one thing we did last week was finish the grammar book. So hopefully you finished that. But the VSS, who knows how many words are in that sentence? How many words is that? Tyler?
2 to 5 words.
2 to 5 words. Christopher, you're stressing me out playing with your braces and that toothpick. I know how expensive braces are, so don't put that in your mouth. Okay? 2 to 5 sentences. Yes, 2 to 5. The only other thing on here that I wanted to point out is this part where it talks about the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. The body paragraphs are the three middle paragraphs, right? The inside part of your paper. Those must have topic clinchers. Some of you forgot that part. Tells you right here. And then next week, we're going to write the introduction and conclusion part. So we're still working on the body paragraphs, I think. I might change that actually. Tyler, did you have a question?
So unless you change it, we're only writing one paragraph this week?
I'm probably going to change it.
Okay.
I said that too soon. Because I kind of want to, I think it would be cool. Well, let me ask you guys, because this is a 5 paragraph thing. So once you finish all 5 paragraphs, I thought it would be cool to teach you how to make a Google slide presentation. Do you guys know what a Google slide presentation is? Have you heard of PowerPoint? So I think it would be cool to learn that. But basically, what it is a slideshow. And you'll use graphics, which I know you guys love hunting for graphics. And you'll use just bullet points, and you will present your paper through a PowerPoint or a Google slide presentation on the last day of class. I think it would be cool to teach you how to do that because that you probably don't need it yet, but it's good to get an introduction to it. And then when you're in high school, you'll use that to present stuff in high school. I know you're not quite there yet, but when you get to that point. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking. Um, so today, and you guys should have had, so far you've written 2 paragraphs. One was about the poisonous beasts that people eat, which was octopus, rattlesnakes, and scorpions. And then you wrote about the mammals, solenodon, platypus, and hedgehog. So now we need to talk about the other things on your possible topics list. So go ahead and get this page out. Ignore where it says Liana. I just made a note there. We already wrote about, and let's cross out what we already did. We already did solenodon, we did platypus, we did octopus, we did rattlesnakes, we did scorpion, we did hedgehog. The last paragraph, you're going to notice we have A, B, and C, but they don't really fit together. Like the tarantula is more of an arachnid, snake is a reptile, a sea snake, and then the snail is its own class of animal, creature. They're all different. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to decide which one you want to write your last paragraph about. You're going to pick one. And then you're going to do some research. And we're going to do this in class. But you're going to pick which one you want to write about. So let me show you. I see Tyler's hand. Go ahead, Tyler.
So for the checklist, like when we write our paragraphs, I'm not sure like where we're supposed to check it off because we'll do paragraphs 2 and 3 and then we'll do one and then the introduction and conclusion. How would you like us to check off the
Yeah, that's a good.
checklist?
So on your outline, we did Roman numeral 2 for the 3 poisonous snakes that we eat. So that's technically paragraph 2. So you would use only that column. And then the one about solenodon, platypus, and hedgehog, that would be under paragraph 3, just that column. And then today we're going to work on paragraph 4 and possibly 1 and 5, all the rest of them. So that's how I want you to do it. Does that make sense, Tyler? Okay, cool. So we know a little bit about these creatures because we read about them. So let's just look at the marble cone snail in Article A. Go to that paragraph. Where is it? Oh, it starts here on
It's
179. Is that what you were going to say?
yeah, I was gonna say it started at the bottom of
Yeah.
179.
So this is just a little bit about the snail. And so you're going to choose either the marbled snail, the sea snake, or the tarantula. Okay, you get to decide which one you want to focus on. And I want everybody to pick a different animal. I know there's 4 people in here, but you're going to pick a different, everybody's going to have, one person will have the same as somebody else, but we want to pick different ones. So this is the cone snail. It says some people eat snails, but they do not eat cone snails. These ocean snails should be avoided because all cone snails are venomous. I can't imagine a snail being venomous. It's interesting. So, however, one kind of cone snail is particularly dangerous, the marbled cone snail, the most deadly venomous creature in the world. Whoa. The marbled cone snail lives in shallow ocean areas from India to Japan to Samoa. They use a long white proboscis, I think is how you say that, to shoot poisonous harpoons. You know what a harpoon is? Anybody know what a harpoon is? Yeah, Caden's nodding. Can you explain what a harpoon is?
It's kind of like a spear gun, kind of.
Yeah. And let me see if I can show you one on my phone really quick. Let's see if I can find one. Yeah, it's like a spear. You're right about that. It's exactly like a spear. They use it, or they used to use it to kill whales. So it's huge. I'm trying to get it one that shows the size of it. Well, it's pretty basic in that picture, but it's taller than your body, and you just chuck it. I guess that's what these snails do with their poison. They have a little harpoon that comes out of their body. It's like pew, like a like a stinger or something. So anyway, they usually eat fish, worms, or even other snails, but they can use their harpoons to defend themselves as well. I wonder how many they get. Maybe it's attached to their body. I don't know. Um, Victims of the snail, even humans, are quickly paralyzed and die, but experience very little pain. So it's a quick death. So I guess if you had to decide what way you were going to die, at least it's quick. Don't try it. Don't try it. Okay, anyway, the poison in the snail isn't all that good for people, so you shouldn't eat it. Really? Okay, just in case you were like, man, I really want to eat that thing. It looks so good. Ah, that's the snail. The other one we're going to look at is the sea snake. That one's in B. So go to B. Sea snake. That's rattlesnake. Uh,
Bottom of page 184.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Sea snakes, also known as coral reef snakes, are venomous creatures found in warm coastal waters of the Indian and Pacific Oceans. There are 60 species of sea snakes that mostly only live in the water. They do not have gills like fish or eels and come up to the surface to breathe. Interesting. So they have little lungs, I guess. Their fangs are short and their venom output is small. However, their venom is the most potent of all snakes. These animals are not aggressive, so although their venom is fatal, human deaths rarely occur from a sea snake's attack. The last one is the Thai zebra tarantula. Oi. Okay, so Thai zebra tarantulas, this is 188, by the way, are spiders that live in holes in heavily forested areas in Myanmar, Thailand, and Cambodia. They are as large as the palm of a person's hand. So you can look at your palm, and that's how big this spider is. Oh, thank you. Their bite causes a lot of pain for victims, as well as high fever, swelling, and paralyzed for a day or two. Fortunately, their venom is not deadly unless the victim is allergic. These tarantulas are prepared in several ways. Sometimes they are grilled, yummy, and served with rice and vegetables. Other times they are seasoned with soy sauce, garlic, salt, or sugar, and they are fried until crispy. Ugh, okay. Upon occasion, they are put in rice wine for a month and sold as medicine. Interesting. Some people, this is 189, keep the Thai zebra tarantula as a pet for their kids, but first they cut off the spider's teeth. Why? Why are people doing this? I don't understand. There's so many more important things to do in the world than catch a spider and cut its teeth off and fry it. I'm just saying, right? Wouldn't you agree? I'm a little creeped out. So, okay, so here's the thing. You got three choices. I want you to put in the chat the one that you want to write about. You have to choose one out of the cone snail, the sea snake, or the Thai zebra tarantula. If you already know what you want, put it in the chat. Okay. He's like all caps. It's like, wait, which one, Christopher? You got to pick one. Liana?
I want the Thai zebra tarantula.
The tarantula. Okay. So does Tyler. That's okay. A couple of you will have to double up a little. Which one is it, Christopher? The cone snail or the sea snake?
Cone snail.
Okay. Okay, that kind of worked out actually. So Tyler picked Tyler and Liana tarantula, Caden sea snake, and Christopher cone snail. Perfect. Okay. So that works. And then whatever Easton picks as long as we have this spread out a little bit. So good job, you guys. I didn't even have to talk you into anything. Okay, so here's what we're going to do next. Go ahead and minimize your Zoom call if you can, because I'm going to have you do some search right now online. Is there anybody that's not able to search at the same time as a Zoom call? Okay, good. Liana, you can use a separate device if you need to, if you have one handy. So
Okay.
what I'm going to do is put a link in the chat. So I'm going to do zebra tarantula first. I'm going to cut and paste this in the chat. Hold on, I got to get to my thing here. So all you need to do is really just click on this link so you don't have to really search yourself. So for whoever, I think Tyler, you picked tarantula. You can use that link. And I think Liana picked that one too. So see if you can do it, Liana, if you go to that chat. All right. And then I'm going to I have a website for all of you guys. You're going to use this, okay? You can look at it. These are safe. I have them. I've already checked them out. This is the cone snail, putting in the chat. That's the cone snail one, that big one. Okay. One more. Oops. That's not what I need. Hold on. Got one more link here for you. This is the sea snake. This is for Caden. And you guys can start reading it. That last one's for the sea snake. So the other thing, and hopefully you were able to pull it up. Give me a thumbs up if you were able to find that article that I put in the chat. Thank you, Christopher. Good, Liana. Okay, Caden, Tyler, is it working? Okay, good. Yay. You do need a clean piece of printer paper. In fact, I think I have one left. Oh, good. I have one here. Because we're going to make one more of the fused outline. Okay, so get out a clean piece of printer paper if you have it. If you need to go get it, you can go get it real quick. If you have a big one in the back of your binder still, you can use that. Okay, you got one. That's good, Caden. So, Caden, to answer your question from earlier, we last week we worked on the 2 paragraphs or 1 paragraph, I think. Did you guys write 2 paragraphs or you added a paragraph, right? I forgot what you guys did. Um, do you have any paragraphs done yet, Caden? Okay. Tyler, how many did you write last week?
I wrote 2 paragraphs.
Okay, it is 2 paragraphs. So you should have written about you don't have any of it done, Caden? Okay, it's too much to help you during class. So how about today you just focus on the 3rd paragraph today, and then you'll need to go back and watch the recording. I know you're behind a little bit, but hopefully you can catch up. But let's get our paper ready. Go ahead and fold it. Taco fold first. You guys know how to do this. We can use regular paper now. You guys know how to do this. And then fold it in thirds so you know what to do. So it ends up like a little square. If you use a big paper, that's good too. So you got 6 boxes. That's the goal. This is going to be, we're going to do A. Well, actually, it depends. If you're doing the marbled cone snail, you're going to have A and B. And B is going to be your website that I sent you. Okay. A is the only one that shows it in the articles from the binder. So we're only going to use two boxes basically. So if you picked marble cone snail, you're going to use A from the binder, and B is going to be the website I shared with you. We don't need a C. If you picked sea snake, you're going to use B from the binder, article B, and then you can use A for your website page. Does that make sense? Okay. And then if you choose the tarantulas, which is Tyler and Liana, you're going to have a C, and then you can use one other one, either A or B, B maybe because it's next to it, whichever one. It doesn't really matter. So one of them is going to be from the binder and the other one's going to be from the website. Yes, Tyler.
So are we just gonna leave one of them blank then?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. One of them you're going to leave blank. This is going to be Roman numeral 4, though. So you don't have to fill in all the numbers for all three. You just fill in the ones that you need for your paper. And you're going to do again 1 through 4. I'm going to fill in A and B, but it just depends on which ones you need, okay? You don't have to do all three. I think it's only going to be Tyler and Liana that need C and either A or B. Does that make sense? Because we're only using two sources for your third paragraph. For the article from the binder and then your website. Everybody needs to do a fused outline though. And this is going to be Roman numeral 4, and then it's 1 through 6. And clincher. Okay. So we've got some time in class. Hopefully you can get your um, outlines finished so that you're ready to go for this paragraph. So I'm going to give you some time to work in class. What you're going to do is use both two things. You're going to use the article from the binder that goes with whatever animal you picked. So you're going to use that for whatever number or letter it says here. And then the other one is going to be from the website that I shared in the chat. You guys have any questions about that? Okay, good. So read it and look for interesting facts. You're going to look for interesting things, different things in each of those sources. So go ahead and start working on the top. And if you get done with that, you can start working on the fused. I'm just going to give you time to work right now in class. But if you have any questions, just let me know, okay? Yeah, I see your note, Tyler. Yeah. If you have any questions, just let me know. Christopher, do you understand what we're doing? Okay. You're going to use both, Christopher. You're going to use because you picked cone snail, right? Okay, so you're going to use page, the cone snail is in Article A. So you're going to use page 179, the paragraph here about the cone snail. And that's going to be for A, okay? And then after you find your facts under A, I want you to look at the website for B. You need some help, Christopher? Okay, you should be writing on your outline here. Getting it ready. Hayden?
I finished doing the first one.
Good. Okay, go on to the next one then. And that's the website. Oh, you finished the website one? Okay, perfect. So now you can move on to the one from the binder. Hayden?
Finish the paragraph. Or I mean the
Whoa.
second one.
Okay. So you did, excuse me, you did two of the outlines and you just have the fused left?
Yeah.
That's great. So go ahead and pick your favorite facts that you found from both and combine them on the fused. You can work on that now. That's great. Good job, Kaden. Which one are you working on, Christopher? Like what outline are you on? Are you working on the first one or the second one or a fused?
I just finished the second one.
Good. Okay, so you and Kaden are about the same. So you can start working on the fused. Okay. How about you, Tyler?
I'm about done with my fused.
Okay, good. Awesome. And Liana, how's yours coming?
I'm about to finish with my last one.
Good. Okay, good. All right, I'll give you guys a couple more minutes and then we're going to work on the conclusion next. And then we'll work on this paragraph and the conclusion and then next week we'll do the introduction. Okay, go ahead and just finish up the one that like the word you're on and you can finish this later, but I want to leave enough time to talk about the conclusion. So after you finish the word that you're working on, go ahead and get this page out of your front pocket, which is the conclusion page. Page 191. And what we're practicing in this unit is a formal essay, and just a reminder that when you guys go to write these paragraphs, do not use I or me or my or words like that, because this is an academic paper. You're giving information. It's basically an informative essay. So stay away from putting you in the paper. Um, so if you want to say things like a person should never eat these or something like that, or you don't want to say eat actually, so that would be banned. So you could say a person should never consume these animals. Something like that, okay? So try not to say you shouldn't eat or you shouldn't consume. Anyway, here we're going to set this up for the conclusion. So your job this week is going to do paragraph 4 and 5. We're going to save paragraph 1 for next week. You're going to restate the topics. This is where I'm going to help you with this. It says, write a sentence or two about each topic. Try to convey the main idea of each body paragraph. So your topic A, if you remember, the first paragraph, the first body paragraph you wrote was about venomous animals to consume. Okay, venomous animals to consume. Now I'm going to give you a choice here for your outline. Normally we try to squeeze in a sentence, and sometimes it gets really scrunched up because we're trying to write a whole sentence and it's like a short line, basically. So if you would rather just put your keywords in here, I'm okay with that. These are the words that you're going to highlight in your conclusion. So you can use words like venomous, because that's what we're talking about. And then animals, and then a word for eat, but don't use eat. So consume, maybe. And we're going to treat this like a keyword outline. Now, if you like writing your sentence out, totally out right here, you can do that. So I'm giving you guys a choice on this to either use your keywords or actually write out a sentence. It's up to you. So the words that I'm going to box though, because these are going to be highlighted or bolded in your conclusion paragraph, it does not have a topic clincher here. This is the paragraph. This one and the introduction are a little bit different. So venomous and consume are the two words that I'm going to box, because that was basically my topic A. We talked about octopuses, rattlesnakes, and scorpions. Those were the 3 that you guys focused on for your first body paragraph. Oh, here it is. Looking for it. So those are animals to consume. Your topic B, that was mammals. Remember, we picked out some venomous or poisonous mammals. So for me, I'm going to choose a different word than venomous. I'm going to say poisonous, or you can say toxic. Those are all good words. But remember, we're going to try to change up our vocabulary words here, the keywords. And then I'm going to put mammals. And then you can think of another word here, or if you would rather write a sentence, you can write a sentence. But I wanted to show you how to box those words on this outline, because that's all you're highlighting in this paragraph. You're not doing topic clincher, topic clincher. You don't have to do topic clincher here. That's topic B. That's your second body paragraph. Today you're working on your third body paragraph, and everybody's is a little bit different. So you want to put the creature that you wrote about. If you want to abbreviate it, that's okay with me, like the marble cone snail. I think that's Christopher. You can put MCS for marbled cone snoil. I like that one. Snoil. I don't know. What's a snoil with you? Does that ever happen to you guys? It happens to me daily. I'm talking and then a weird word comes out of my mouth and it's totally wrong. Anyway, it happens to me all the time. Snoil. Okay, anyway, you can put MCS for marble cone snail or sea snake. You can put SS, Thai zebra. So you're going to put the creature that you're writing your third body paragraph about here, and then two more words. You understand what I mean by that? Okay, good. Or you can use one of the words. Like, for example, MC snail. Mixed snail. There you go. Mixed snail. And then you would choose two other words to go with that. If you're writing about the tarantula, whatever you're putting here, think of some keywords. And what you're wanting to do is kind of basically sum up what these animals are about. Which one did we read that says, I think it was the snail. It is the most venomous, dangerous animal. Is that right, Christopher? In the whole world? Is that what it said? Just trying to remember because I read it. What does it say? The most venomous creature in the world. So you could put like most venomous and then a little picture of a world or something on there. That would be a good kind of summing up these creatures. Okay, Kaden.
Um, for my topic C, I have SS venom and then aggressive with the line across it.
I like that. That's good. That's good. You might want to save for Christopher, you might want to save that for the most significant thing. It's up to you. Let's move on, or give me a thumbs up if you guys have something for topic A, topic B, and topic C. You guys something there? Okay. You have a question, Kaden?
I only have it for topic C since the other two paragraphs.
Oh, right. Okay. So you'll do those later. I mean, you can copy what I have if that helps you, because those are going to be your paragraphs. So your first body paragraph is going to be about the venomous animals that people eat, which is octopus, rattlesnakes, and scorpions. Or you can wait on this. It's up to you, Kaden. And then the next one was about mammals, because we discovered that the ones that were left, the hedgehog, the platypus, and the solenodon are all mammals, but they're poisonous. Because I don't know about you guys, but when I think of poisonous, I think of spiders and snakes. That's pretty much it, and scorpions. I don't think outside of that as things being poisonous until now, till we read about all these things. So the most significant, let's look at this paragraph up here really quick. It just says, what is the most important, most interesting, or most significant thing to remember about all that you wrote about and why? You may choose one of your topics. So you may choose one of these and tell why it is the most significant, or you may choose something that tells the importance of the entire subject. And your entire subject is venomous beasts. That's the entire subject of your paper. So you can say something that's most significant about venomous beasts and why. And this is where I recommend writing it out because that'll help you, in my opinion. Let's talk about it though. What do you guys think is the most significant thing about your paper? You guys have any ideas of what stands out to you the most? Like when somebody reads your paper, what do you want them to remember, Tyler?
Thing about,
Wait, all of a sudden I can't hear you.
is that better?
Yes, I got you.
Okay.
Okay, say that again.
Um, the most significant thing about my paper is that zebra tarantula's venom isn't deadly, but like most of the other animals' venom are deadly.
Oh, I like that. That's a good thing to put. And then why do you think that's most significant?
I think it's probably the most significant because it's like this fact like stands out to me and I think it'd stand out to other people as well.
I like that reason. And you could use a word like unique, like they're unique as far as a venomous animal or creature. I like that. Good, Tyler. It's a good example. And by the way, when you're writing these paragraphs, don't just use one word to describe them like animal. Don't use animal like 50 times in your paper. Change it up and say creature, or it could be if it's the snake, it's considered a reptile or arachnid. If it's the spider, like change it up so that you're not using animal, animal, animal every time. Okay. Kaden?
I think I was gonna put, since I don't have like the other two paragraphs, like the most significant thing is to not, um, like be aggressive towards the snake, or else it'll, like be more aggressive to you as self-defense.
Yes, that's a good one. And that tells why, right? Do not be aggressive toward the snake, because that's when people get hurt, or that's when it will attack, or something like that. I like that. It's a good one. How about you, Christopher? Did you figure out what your most significant thing is? What is it? Go ahead and share it.
The marble cone snail's harpoon.
Okay, that's cool. And why do you think that's most significant? Because you got to tell why. You're going to use a because clause here.
The harpoon is very poisonous and unique and cool.
Okay, good. I like that. Did you figure out one yet, Liana, for the most significant part of your paper?
I'm still working on it.
Okay. Um, Basically you want to think about what stands out the most to you and what you think is something that you want somebody to remember after reading your paper. That's it. That'll help you figure that out. Okay, one more thing I want to talk to you about. Go ahead, Kaden.
I finished the
Okay, good.
thing.
Okay, good. One thing I want to talk to you about is I want to teach you how to use a direct quote. This is a research paper. Most of your research came from the binder articles, but then you found one, or I found one for you that was on the website. So you're going to use one of these, either the article or the website, in this last paragraph that you wrote. I want you to find a sentence that you really like. Let's use the website. Let's use that. If you guys go to your website that I shared with you about whatever creature you're writing about, um, see if there's a sentence that stands out, because what you're going to do is actually copy that sentence, and it's only for one sentence, and it's okay to do that when you give reference to where it came from. And I'm going to show you how to do that really quick. But see if there's a sentence that you think is cool, or it's like, whoa, that's crazy. You found one, Kaden? What'd you find?
It says, that females give birth once in 2 years. Pregnancy in some females may last 9 months. The number of babies range from a couple to more than 25.
Whoa. Now, is that one big sentence or was that several sentences? It was three sentences. Okay. So you would pick one of those sentences, maybe the one that says, I thought that was interesting that sometimes they just lay two and sometimes it's 25. So you would cut and paste that. So let me show you what I mean here. I'm going to go to that. website too about the snakes. So let me minimize this here. And you're actually going to cut and paste that. Oh, here it is. So let me share my screen. I think that would help if I just shared this. Here's the article he's talking about, the sea snake one. And I found it. It's right here. So number of, oops, no, that's not what I want. Here's the sentence. You can actually click and drag and highlight that, and then you can copy it. If you know how to do that, you right click with your mouse, or if you're on a laptop, you can double click with 2 fingers and it opens up this bar right here. And then you would go to whatever your doc is that you're working on. So I'm just going to open up a blank one because I don't have one of these going. This is your Google Doc. And then you would paste it in here. And I know for me, it's like Control V. And obviously this is like random at the top of the page, but yours would be somewhere inside your paragraph about the one that you did research on, the tarantula, the snail, or the sea snake, okay? And then you're going to put quotation marks around it like this. You're going to treat it like a quote and take off that period. So now there's no period and you've got quotes around it. And then in parentheses, you're going to put the name of the website. And for this one, it was, hold on, I have it. It was the one, Soft Schools, I think it's called softschools.com. So you'll put in here softschools.com and then end parentheses and then a period. So this is MLA format, which I'll explain to you another time. But for right now, this is how you're going to end the website. In that third body paragraph you're working on this week, find a quote from the website that you like, that is really cool, and put it in there. Now it's got to match with what you're talking about in your outline. You don't want it to be a random quote that doesn't go with anything. You want it to flow. But this is how you do a direct quote from a website. Do you guys have any questions about that? What I just did? Okay, cool. It's kind of fun to find something and you'll look around in there and you'll be like, whoa, okay, this is cool. And it goes with this. But I want you to stick with the website that I shared with you. Don't go beyond that. Just use the one that I shared with you. And that's how it should look in your paper. Okay, so this week, just to recap here, you are going to write 2 paragraphs. You're going to write the third body paragraph about the creature that you picked and the conclusion. Okay, you're going to use your checklist for that. And in that third body paragraph, that's where you're going to stick that direct quote in there. And use your checklist. Okay, remember for the conclusion, you only have to highlight or bold your 3 topics from your body paragraphs. All right, you guys, sorry I went a little bit long. That's it for today. Have a good one. See you next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you. Have a good
Bye. You're welcome, Kaden. Bye, Christopher. Bye, Tyler.
Bye.